What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel once again, and welcome back to episode 3 of TSGG Gamepass Gold. This week's episode is about Viva Pinata, Trouble in Paradise. We're throwing it way back to Xbox 360. It is backwards compatible, and it is on Game Pass. Hope you enjoy. As always, if you do, leave a like and subscribe, and have an awesome week. Okay, so with that out of the way, let's dive into Rare's Viva Pinata, Trouble in Paradise, and why I think it's one of the most fun and enjoyable kind of child games on Game Pass. As always, we're going to go with the template we use, starting with Fun Factor and Emergence. And this is one of those games that it's the opposite of sweat. You want to sit down and you want to enjoy a game, and it's actually become pretty common, the farming games or the garden games on mobile, but this is one that's on console, and I think it was on DS as well. Not this exact Viva Pinata, but there were others on DS, and it's just very relaxing. It's not anything hard. It's just enjoyable. There's the bright colors and all the cool kind of higher end creatures that you're trying to get in the actual garden, and it's just a very enjoyable experience. And even if you're 24 like myself, my brother and I have actually been playing this on co-op multiplayer on Viva Pinata. Yeah, that's what we've been playing. We just enjoy kind of creating the garden, creating the actual kind of a world builder, and then it's got the pinatas thrown in, or the animals, I guess. And it's just bright, vibrant, and fun. There's no sweat. It's enjoyable. You're creating a world for these animals. And it's really cool to see the design that they put into it and the actual effort. Simultaneously, it's relaxing. Sometimes you want to sit down, and I've talked about it before. You want to sit down, you want to enjoy a game, and you don't want to have to put any real effort or thought into it. You just kind of want to zone out and enjoy a game. And this is that game. You can just relax, create your garden. It's fun. It's childlike. It's fun. It's enjoyable, and I definitely recommend it for that. The other categories, you're not going to really get much story wise. It's not a story game. It is what it is. It's Viva Pinata. You're bringing in animals that are pinatas. Then some of the names are very, very creative. So I did have to point that out when I was playing with the game with my brother, and it's hard to talk about because of the fact that it is what it is. It's a fun, enjoyable, relaxing child game, and it definitely brought back a lot of nostalgia for me, because this was a game that I played a lot when I was 10 or 12 years old. Just because it was creating a whole world and kind of having animals, and it's just enjoyable. I think everybody's thought about having a zoo, or the movie itself was created about it. So it's just a fun thought, and it's kind of a fun game. My brother actually has been going a little stir crazy in between new games, and this is just that in between game for him right now, where he's just enjoying it and sitting back and relaxing and just having a good time. But moving on from Fun Factor and Emergence, we're going to get into control and gameplay mechanics. Like I said, you're not going to see a lot from this game in the other categories. Control and gameplay mechanics, I guess the kind of evil creatures coming into the garden and kind of eating your seeds or destroying your pinatas, that's kind of a cool mechanic, and it can get frustrating at times. As you'll see in the video, Brennan couldn't get rid of Professor Pester and just kind of whacked him with his shovel a couple times, and it didn't do anything, and he actually ends up killing one of his pinatas. But it's just a fun game, and the mechanics are what they are. You're creating a garden, you're digging, it's a world builder, and it's nothing special, it's nothing detailed. It's one thing, it's backwards compatible, so this is actually a 360 game, so it's even a generation ago, and it's still just really fun. I guess it's the best way to describe it. I know I keep repeating myself about it, but with it, it's just, there's no real kind of other description for it. It's bright, vibrant, colorful, and fun, and that's all it is. That's what the game was always intended to be. It was intended for the younger audience, of course, because it's bright colors, it's pinatas, it's candy, and it's actually the story that kind of, in quotations, that is in the game is about giving presents or giving pinatas to children's parties. So that's what the game is, and you're not going to look really deeper into it. There's not kind of a backstory. There's not lore. This is what the game is. Moving on from there, we're going to get into the graphics, because this is actually pretty impressive to me, because it is a backwards compatible Xbox 360 game. and it is still, it holds up, as it were. Obviously, it's very small and not really anything detailed, but it's very vibrant. The creatures, you know what they are immediately. You can, they're the detail that goes into the actual piñata. You can see kind of the pieces or the fabric, each piece. So the effort was there when they created the game, and of course Rare is doing right now Sea of Thieves, and they just released a huge update there. So they're a very good developer, and they've kind of progressed from Viva Pinata when they were, I think it was 5 years ago it was released, 5 or 6 or a decade. I don't even know. It's a very old game, but it's on Game Pass. It's very fun. Both of them actually are. This is Trouble in Paradise is the second iteration on the console. There's just a Viva Pinata that is the first one, but I do recommend playing. I mean, if you're looking for a game that's just downtime enjoyable, I know my mom is an older, not really a gamer, and I know she plays a lot of farming games on her phone just because it's a relaxing time, and it's not anything that you really have to sweat or even really think deeply into. It's just kind of a zone out, enjoy yourself, have a good time, enjoy your colorful piñatas, and that's it. That's what this game is. But we're going to go through the categories anyway. I'm going to try and give you guys a little bit of detail about each one because, of course, that's just what we do here. The next category is going to be music and sound, and this is actually, I mean, it's well done. It's repetitive, of course, because it's kind of on a loop, and every song or the one song in the game is looped, and it can, of course, become annoying because it is actually like a birthday song type thing. So of course it can become annoying, but I think it really fits the tone and texture of the game. There is actually one other song that comes when the evil creatures or the evil professor are in your garden, so there is kind of an ominous tone to it, I guess. So it fits the game well for what it is, for what the whole purpose of the game is, and it does kind of change between that and the ominous tone when the evil creatures are around. So it definitely does have that there. It's nothing special. It's not anything really kind of in-depth or changing throughout the game or anything like that, but it is definitely fitting to the game and what the game is. So I can't complain about it. It is, like I said, almost a decade old or somewhere around there. Who knows, really? But yeah, that's all I've got on the music and sound part. And then we get into the story and replayability. Like I said at the beginning, it doesn't really... It has a story, of course. The whole purpose is that you're a gardener. You're attempting to become an upper tier gardener. You want to lure in the best kind of creatures or piñatas into your garden, and to do that you have to level up, you have to build your garden. Your garden actually does, I think it grows 4 separate times throughout the game as you grow, and then once you've reached the higher tiers, that's when you can start getting the better kind of creatures or piñatas, like sea turtles, eagles, things like that. And they're really well designed. The piñatas themselves are bright, vibrant, and colorful, and you can tell, like I said, what they are as you're going through the game. So it's definitely a kind of, it does have a little bit of a grind element because you are leveling up, but it's so simple. You can level up probably to max level in 4 hours if you're actually playing the game. So it's not anything you're really going to have to sweat to try and get those eagles or those sea turtles, and you can find your favorite animals, of course, and it's just a fun game. So don't try and go into this thinking that it's going to be something more than it is, because the story itself is just trying to reach the canonada, or the kind of big party event. That's the whole purpose of the game. But don't go into it looking for that. Just go into it looking to relax, to enjoy the colorful, bright, vibrant game that it is, and just zone out a little bit. Just enjoy what we're doing, as we're all gamers. We enjoy the hobby that is gaming, or the profession for a lot of people that is gaming. So go into this game looking for that. Don't go into it looking for anything else. But that's all I do have for you about it. I hope you enjoy the video behind. My brother did do it. He does a lot of the actual content for these videos, and I never shout him out. So I do have to give him a shout out on this one. He's actually playing the game right now, and he did in the video. You're not going to see the sea turtles and things like that, but he did get them, and he does want to do a further video on this. So check that out in the future, because he really is enjoying the game, and it really is kind of getting him through the downtime between games or new AAA releases. So I hope that you do enjoy it. As always, if you do or don't, let me know in the comments below, because it really does help. We're trying to get away from all of the same kind of games, and that's where this game did come from. So if you do enjoy it, as always, leave a like and subscribe, and have an awesome week.